Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will discuss about the voice change of the imperative sentences. Hope you will be able to understand and solve the questions of imperative sentence easily by watching this video. So, let's start the session. Students, we all know what is an imperative sentence. We have learnt this in kinds of sentences in the lower classes. Imperative sentences are in the form of request, command or order, advice or suggestion, etc. What is an imperative sentence? Imperative sentences are in the form of request, command or order, advice or suggestion, etc. So, an imperative sentence is changed from active to passive voice according to the message contained in the sentences. How? According to the message contained in the sentences or according to the theme, the sentence will change. First one, if it contains an order or command, then you have to write you are ordered to or you are commanded to. Next one, if the sentences contains a request, you have to write you are requested to. If the sentences contains an advice, you have to write you are advised to. If the sentences contains a negative order, then your answer is you are forbidden to. Now see to the examples. In active voice, do not stand on ceremony. This is a negative sentence. So in passive voice, you are forbidden to stand on ceremony. In active voice, please do not disturb me. This is a request. So you are requested not to disturb me. In active voice, please do not eat raw fruits. In passive voice, you are requested not to eat raw fruit. Next example, always speak the truth. This is an advice. You are advised to always speak the truth. Never tell a lie. This is also an advice. So you are advised never to tell a lie. So this method is one way of changing active voice to passive voice. Now we are going to see an alternative method to change an imperative sentence in active voice to passive voice. For that, we need to apply structure and rules first. The first one we are going to see here is command or order, advice or suggestion, request or asking help. Here, the first one for command, the active voice, the structure is verb 1 plus object. Verb 1 means first form of the verb. Same thing in the passive voice, the structure is let plus object plus be plus verb 3 past participle. See to the example. Open the door. Here open is V1, that is verb 1, and the door is the object. In the passive voice, the structure is let plus object plus be plus verb 3. See to the sentence. Let the door be opened. Next example, wash the clothes. Here wash is the verb and clothes is the object. See in the passive voice, let the clothes be washed. Next example, bring a glass of water. Let a glass of water be brought. The next form is advice or suggestion. Here the structure is in active voice verb 1 plus object, and in passive voice, listen carefully, subject plus should be plus verb 3. What is here? Subject plus should be plus verb 3. Here the example, see, respect your teacher. Here verb 1 plus object, but in the passive voice the structure is subject plus should be plus verb 3. Then see to the sentence, your teacher should be respected. Next sentence, love your country. See to the sentence in passive voice, love your country, that is changed to your country should be loved. Next one, help the poor. The poor should be helped. The third form is request or asking help. So in this sentence we need to see please and kindly. So in the active voice the structure is please or kindly plus verb 1 plus object, and in passive voice you are requested to plus verb 1 plus object. So see to the example, please close the door. Here the answer is you are requested to close the door. Please help me. You are requested to help me. Next one, kindly pay your fees. You are requested to pay your fees. So I think students you have understood this. Now we are going to see exercise. So students, watch the video again and again and understand the rules and structure of imperative sentence and do the given exercise. The next we are going to see interrogative sentences. Active voice to passive voice by using interrogative sentences. Before getting into the structure and examples, we need to know what is an interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question and ends with question mark is called as interrogative sentence. Now we are going to see the structure of interrogative sentence. Here we will discuss how each of interrogative sentence will be changed from active voice to passive voice. An interrogative sentence starts from do or does. Then in the passive voice it starts with am, is, or, and did the past tense it starts in the active voice. Then in the passive voice we have to start with was or were, that is an auxiliary verb. So now see to the structure. Do or does plus subject plus verb plus object question mark it ends in the active voice. Then the structure of passive voice is am, is, or plus subject plus verb 3 plus by the preposition plus agent, that is an object in passive voice. Did plus subject plus verb plus object. Did is past tense. In active voice we have to write in passive voice was or were plus subject plus verb 3 past participle plus preposition by plus agent, and every sentence ends with question mark. So do, did and does are not used in passive voice. See to the example. In active voice, does he help you? In passive voice, are you helped by him? In past tense, did he do this work? Here in passive voice, was this work done by him? If any interrogative sentence starts from is or are or am or was and were, and in passive voice we should use being, because this is a present continuous tense or past continuous tense. We have to use being instead of ing in passive voice after the subject, and am or are or is or was and were in the starting of the sentence in passive voice. Here the structure for this is am or is or are plus subject plus verb plus ing plus object in active voice. While in passive voice, am or is or are plus subject plus being plus verb 3 past participle plus by the preposition plus the agent. Then after that question mark, that is very important. The structure is passive voice. Here example, are you doing this work? In passive voice, this work being done by you. Next example in past tense, was she reading a novel? Was a novel being read by her? Next, when the interrogative sentence starts from has or have and had, this is perfect tense. Then in passive voice, use been after the subject, and has or have and had is the starting of the sentence in passive voice. Here the structure for perfect tenses: have or has or had plus subject plus verb 3 plus object in active voice. And already I told you every sentence ends with a question mark. In passive voice, have or has or had plus subject plus been plus verb 3 plus the preposition by plus agent and ends with question mark in passive voice. Here see to the example. Has he helped you? In passive voice, have you been helped by him? In active voice, past perfect tense, had he finished the work? In passive voice, had the work been finished by him? The next one, when the interrogative sentence starts from the modal verbs shall or will or can or should, etc. In passive voice, we need to use be after the new subject and modals shall or will or can or should in the starting of the sentence. Here the structure for that is modal plus subject plus verb plus object in active voice. In passive voice, modal plus subject plus be plus verb 3, the past participle plus by plus agent, then question mark in passive voice. Example for active voice, can he do this work? In passive voice, can this work be done by him? Then another example, will you teach the children? Will the children be taught by you? Next, when the interrogative sentence starts with why or when and how, this is WH question. In passive voice, we have to use them in the starting of the sentence, and who should be replaced by whom. This is the important thing. Who should be replaced by whom. See structure for this: WH words plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus verb plus object in active voice. WH word plus auxiliary plus subject plus verb 3 plus by the preposition plus agent in the passive voice. See the example. Who has done this work? In passive voice, by whom has this work been done? Listen, who has done this work? In passive, by whom has this work been done? Another example, when did you do this work? In passive voice, when was this work done by you? Children, I hope you have understood this interrogative sentences and the structure of all the interrogative sentences. Now, exercise has been given for you. Do the exercise. Thank you.